Right now it's 6. Are you ready? We're just about 1 hour from a section of a heavily traveled road in Hamilton County shutting down. Do you have your detour mapped out yet?
A memorial goes up at a site where a young expectant father was gunned down. What his family wants you to know.
And Metro Police have more than just their eyes to catch wanted drivers or stolen vehicles. The technology you may not see, but it sees you.
Live. What's happening right now from RTV6, the Indy Channel.
All right, we want to make sure that you are up to speed on the start of a major construction project.
Yeah, starting in about an hour, NDOT contractors will close US 31 from Old Meridian Street to 136th Street. That closure is scheduled to remain in effect through November. RTV6 reporter Chance Walser is live along US 31 with some alternate travel options for you.
The project is designed to reduce the amount of stoplights here through this corridor to hopefully help with traffic flow. Motorists we spoke with today say they're happy about that, but they're also bracing for traffic to get worse before it gets better. If you drive on the north side, by now you may have heard or read 31 will close today through November from Old Meridian Street to 136th Street. The official detour, NDOT officials say, will be Keystone Parkway. Illinois and Pennsylvania streets will also remain open for access to local businesses, though they are expecting to lose customers. How worried are you that it will really hurt your bottom?
Yes, it will. It will, like 15–20% for lunch, maybe more.
For years, NDOT officials say they've been working with area businesses, planning with them, and bracing them for the impact.
We have to be very sensitive to the businesses along this corridor, especially in the areas of the closure. But we've been proactive in reaching out to those businesses.
Others impacted will be motorists who will be redirected. But even those alternate routes, namely Illinois and Pennsylvania, are in the middle of their own city construction, and more closures will be coming there in the coming months.
It's going to be a little overwhelming. I mean, we already make a 45-minute drive every morning and every afternoon, and that's on a good day. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to definitely add to our trip.
Now, people looking to cross US 31 during constructions for the next several months will be able to at 126th Street. Here's where it gets a little complicated. Listen up, because that entire intersection, north, south, east, west, will close down tonight through this weekend while crews make some preparations work there. Then 126th Street east-west will open after the weekend. We're live in Carmel tonight. Chance Walser, RTV6.
Tonight, a small tribute is in place at the scene where a young husband was gunned down earlier this week on the west side. It was put there by family members of Nathan Trapozano. Our Derek Thomas was with them when they gathered in the 3500 block of West 16th Street, and he joins us live now. Derek?
Nathan's body was found right over there. The senseless loss is so very sad. His relatives told me they built this memorial so Nathan will not be forgotten. It's a small gesture alongside a busy road. This tribute to 24-year-old Nathan Trapozano, a tribute to his life at the spot where he died.
It's been extremely tough. We've never experienced anything like this before, and so we're just rallying behind Jennifer and the rest of the family to help them, and this is a way to help them.
Jennifer is, of course, Nathan's widow, who is expecting their first and only child. On her Facebook page today, she wrote, "Thank you everyone for your prayers and support. It's overwhelming how much love has been shown to me and my family." Her aunt can't believe the loss of her dear Nathan.
They had the storybook wedding. They were so in love. And we need to get these thugs off the street.
She is talking about the men in this surveillance video seen in the process of committing the crime. Police continue to seek assistance from the public in solving the case.
Somebody out there has to know who's responsible for this, whether it's a rumor or hearsay, whatever it is. That's why we want to encourage them to call us with any small tip.
We are told police are working long hours to bring these suspects to justice. Live from the west side, Derek Thomas, RTV6.
New developments in the case of a Martinsville man found dead at a coal plant in Warwick County. The prosecutor says she will seek life without parole sentences for 2 of the 4 people arrested in the killing of Joseph Nelson. Joanne Krantz filed motions this week against Matthew McAllister and Sean Grigsby. They face murder and conspiracy charges, along with David Lackey and Jane Stigall. Workers at the Alcoa power plant found Nelson's body on February 17th. Investigators believe he was staying with Stigall in a hotel room when he was shot to death, then dumped at the plant.
All new at 6, a former treasurer of the Carroll County Historical Society is now charged with stealing money taken from the organization's bank account. Investigators believe that Melissa Oliver took more than $7,000. She was treasurer from January 2011 until October 2013. New developments now regarding a Muncie kindergartner who brought a gun to school. The Delaware County prosecutor says it's unlikely criminal charges will be filed against the young boy. Police say the child brought a semi-automatic handgun to Grissom Elementary School yesterday. He apparently showed it to another student who then told the teacher right away. The prosecutor's office said the gun was not functional and it's likely the child thought it was a toy. RTV6 has also learned the Department of Child Services is investigating how the child was able to get his hands on that gun.
New tonight, thousands of water customers are receiving mailers about a government takeover. Indiana American Water is sending the information to about 3,700 customers in the Mooresville area. The town council voted in 2012 to take over the utility, citing sharp increases in their bills. The mailer accuses the council of wasting taxpayer money on lawyers and says 90% of citizens feel Mooresville has more pressing matters to deal with. A concerned citizen calls the mailers a scare tactic. The dispute is set for trial in June in Martinsville. A view from the Weather Now camera at the pagoda shows dreary skies over Indianapolis. Temperatures have dropped through the day, while winds, they've really picked up. Let's get you ready for the rest of the evening and the weekend with Storm Team 6 meteorologist Todd Clausen.
And if you have evening plans, certainly grab the heavier jacket as you walk out the door this morning because it does remain chilly and windy. Better weather arrives for your Saturday and Sunday. More on that in just a little bit. Here's the cloud cover that we just showed you. We are locked in with the clouds anywhere you go across central Indiana. Only a few breaks right now south of Terre Haute. But the trend throughout the overnight hours will be to thin the clouds out as this big storm system that's bringing heavy snow to the UP of Michigan and brought us the chance of severe weather last night. Most of the severe weather stayed to our south. We just got into the heavy rain. But as that departs off into Canada, we'll see the clouds start to thin out as high pressure builds in. But it is very windy out there. Sustained wind speeds between 22 and 35 miles per hour. A wind advisory is in effect, and temperatures are in the 30s and 40s. We will see the temperatures eventually fall down to about 35 degrees by 11 p.m. as the clouds finally start to decrease. We'll talk more about your weekend coming up in just a few minutes.
Sounds good, Todd. Thanks. And tonight, an RTV6 exclusive, a sit-down interview with federal judge Sarah Evans Barker. As we first told you earlier this week, Barker is moving to senior status, meaning she will reduce her caseload to allow another federal judge to be appointed for the district. Barker was the first woman appointed to the federal bench in Indiana, and she tells our Rafael Sanchez for Indianapolis This Week she did not set out to be a trailblazer.
There was that consciousness, especially early on, that I was unique and I was being viewed as unique, and that there was a special responsibility that I had to do this the best way I could, to make way for other women to be able to do it too. I didn't want to be an impediment to other people's rises.
Now, you'll be able to hear much more with Judge Barker, including her new role with the court and about those 10 commandment cases that came before her on court on Indianapolis This Week with Rafael Sanchez. That's Sunday morning at 8:30 right here on RTV6. Well, it can help Metro Police spot a lawbreaker even before the police officer knows it.
Yeah, this new technology being deployed around the city to keep our streets safer.